There is no end in sight for this conflict. This war that started in 2014 in Donbass with the Russian aggression against Ukraine has now become something much bigger. It's a worldwide problem. This is not just a war between two countries. This is a war between two opposing forces. One is autocracy personified by Russia. The other is democracy. And this war is going to continue. There is no end in sight. Russia thought it can be over in 3 days. But day 366, the war is still raging. So what do we have tonight? We have a long winter of war. We have countries divided. We have globalized anger. The world is not going to be the same again. We are making a list of all the places where the war has reached. And this is a very long list. At least 5 places where the war has spread. Number 1, on top of our list, is Europe. The war may be in Ukraine, but its impact is being felt across Europe. You could say it's a direct war between Russia and the West. Every new weapon sent to Ukraine is seen as a provocation by Moscow. Every new military drill is seen as a threat. Now the European nations have been united so far, but there are cracks emerging. Some countries want peace at any cost. Germany, for example, they're trying to play both sides. They're getting cheap Russian gas while promising to send weapons to Ukraine. Then you have countries like Hungary. They're openly opposing the European Union sanctions on Russian oil. And why not? Because Putin has cut off their gas supply. So Hungary is suffering. And if things get worse, there could be more Hungarians like them. The war has already toppled governments in Europe. Italy recently dumped Mario Draghi, the former prime minister. In France, the incumbent president is struggling to make ends meet. Basically, this winter could change the political map of Europe. No. 2 on our list is Asia. This is a continent of diverse cultures and societies. Yet when it comes to the war in Ukraine, most countries have picked a side. Take Central Asia, for example. All 5 stands. All 5 have condemned the Russian invasion. Even Pakistan has condemned it. It's a very important strategic partner of Russia, yet it has condemned the war. And India? Well, there is no condemnation, but some conditions. India has called for a ceasefire, it has called for talks, and it has bought Russian oil worth $1 billion. So clearly, Asia is not a monolith. America is trying to build a broad coalition here. The Quad leaders will meet later today. It is expected to be a show of strength, also a message for Russia.
No. 3 on our list is Africa.
Most African countries have condemned the war. Only one country did not vote against Russia at the United Nations, and that is Eritrea. What about the rest? Well, they want peace. African countries are suffering due to the war. Their food supply is dwindling, their currencies are losing value, and their debts are increasing. So African leaders are reaching out to Putin. For heads of state have spoken to Vladimir Putin. For leaders have tried to broker peace, but there is little success. And this should not come as a surprise because Russia is a major player in the region. It's a weapons merchant, it's a business partner, and a friend of the dictators. So Russia has a stronghold in Africa. No. 4 on our list is Latin America. These countries did not condemn the war. In fact, they abstained during the United Nations vote. Why? Because they see the war as a moment to make some money. Russia has fallen out of favor, so has the West. Latin American countries are betting on China and India. They want to deepen ties with these 2 countries. Look at Brazil, for example. The president there is trying to position himself as a global leader. He's hosting the Olympics, the FIFA World Cup. Soon he could host the BRICS Summit, the meeting of the leading emerging economies. All of this is a calculated move. Lula da Silva wants to end Brazil's dependence on the United. That's his stated goal. And finally, number 5 on our list is West Asia. This region was already volatile to begin with, courtesy Israel and Palestine. But since February, it has become a lot more unstable. Oil prices have skyrocketed. Food shortages are looming, and public anger is growing. So what are the countries in this region doing? They are looking for alternatives. Saudi Arabia and the UAE have refused to take sides. Instead, they're striking a balance. Both countries have increased oil production to compensate for the shortages. Then you have Iran and Turkey. Both countries are blaming the West for inciting the war. Russia could have never invaded Ukraine without NATO's provocation. That's what Iran and Turkey say. So this is a very long list. The list of places where the war has spread. We could add more places to this list. We could talk about the impact on international sports or Hollywood or the global supply chain. But the biggest impact, we say, is on our minds. This war has forced us to pick sides. Each one of us has been affected. Each one of us has had to make a choice. Moral, emotional, or financial. And these choices will define the next chapter of our lives.